You already know Coca-Cola isn't good for you, but what if I told you they paid scientists to convince you that sugar isn't the problem? You just don't exercise enough. Not a theory, not an opinion. Real scientists, real research, funded by Coca-Cola. In 2015, the New York Times exposed internal documents showing Coca-Cola spent over $118 million on health research. Not to make you healthier, but to control what you believe. Their goal? Make sure sugar was never blamed. Instead, they pushed one message: you're just not moving enough. They even built an entire organization to sell it, staffed with university researchers, published in real journals, and run like a political campaign. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly how they did it, what Coke is actually doing inside your body, and why this is bigger than just soda. Coca-Cola has been around since 1886. It wasn't even sold as a drink at first. It was marketed as a medicine, a brain tonic for headaches and fatigue. Yes, it even contained cocaine. That was removed, but the trust stayed. Over time, Coke became more than a product. It became part of your life, restaurants, holidays, ads, childhood. So when research started linking sugary drinks to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, people didn't question Coke. Because you don't question something you grew up trusting. And Coca-Cola knew that. This wasn't original. Tobacco companies did the exact same thing. They funded scientists, created research, and pushed one idea: the science isn't clear. It worked for decades. Coca-Cola copied that strategy. In 2009, their head of health and science decided too much attention was being placed on diet. So instead of addressing sugar, they redirected the conversation toward exercise. In 2014, Coca-Cola helped launch the Global Energy Balance Network. It looked like a nonprofit. It sounded like science. But its purpose was simple: shift the blame away from sugar. Coca-Cola funded it with millions and paid the scientists behind it. They promoted one message over and over: obesity isn't about what you eat, it's about not moving enough. But here's the problem: that's not what the science actually says. When this was exposed in 2015, the organization shut down within months. But the damage? Already done. Let's simplify this. One study followed overweight adults doing 5 to 6 hours of exercise per week for a full year. No diet changes. The result? They lost about 3 pounds. Now compare that to 1 can of Coke, 39 grams of sugar. That's nearly 10 teaspoons, hitting your bloodstream instantly. Your body can't handle that all at once. So your liver turns the excess into fat, the kind that builds around your organs. Do that every day, and your body slowly stops responding to insulin. That's how type 2 diabetes starts. Exercise matters. Of course it does, but you cannot outrun what daily liquid sugar is doing to your body. And Coca-Cola paid people to tell you that you could. So why is this still legal? 2 reasons: money and loopholes. The FDA allows companies to label ingredients as safe through something called GRAS, which means they can fund their own research and approve it themselves. At the same time, soda companies spend millions lobbying against regulations. And it gets worse. Major health organizations, like the American Cancer Society and the American College of Cardiology, accepted funding from Coca-Cola while also downplaying the role of sugary drinks in disease. That's not science, that's influence. Now let's break down what's in a can of Coke. High fructose corn syrup. This is liquid sugar, cheap, highly processed, and stored as fat in your body. The kind that wraps around your organs. It actually messes with how your body handles sugar over time, making it harder for insulin to do its job. Caramel color. That's what makes Coke brown, made using ammonia under pressure, creating compounds linked to cancer risk. Coca-Cola fought the labeling requirement for years rather than change the formula. Phosphoric acid, extremely acidic, damages teeth and affects bone health over time. It also messes with how your body absorbs calcium. Over time, your bones end up paying for it. Natural flavors. A label that can hide dozens of unknown compounds. Food companies can hide almost anything under natural flavors as long as it originally came from a plant or animal. Coca-Cola has kept their exact flavor formula a trade secret for over 100 years. We don't know what's in it. Nobody does. Caffeine, 34 milligrams per can. You feel energized because of the caffeine, while your blood sugar is actually spiking and then falling hard. Keeps you coming back, masks the crash, disrupts your sleep. This isn't just a drink, it's a formula designed to keep you consuming it. You don't need to give up soda, you just need a better option. Something like Olipop Vintage Cola. The ingredients are all ingredients you know and can pronounce. Nothing is a lab-made chemical. It's prebiotic, meaning it feeds the good bacteria in your gut rather than damaging your gut the way processed sugars do. Approximately 40 calories, 3 grams of sugar, 9 grams of fiber. It's non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, and paleo-friendly. Instead of feeding inflammation, it supports your gut. Instead of spiking your blood sugar, it keeps you stable. Same experience, without the damage. Link in the description below. This isn't just about Coke, it's about understanding what you're putting in your body and who's influencing that decision. Start reading labels, start questioning what you've been told. And if you want help making better swaps, I created a food swap guide. Real alternatives, real ingredients, real results. If this opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and tell me what I should break down next. Because once you see this, you don't unsee it.